Good afternoon to one and all present. Our topic for National Conference on Sustainability in Built Environment 2020 is Occupancy Trends and Factors of Newly Planned Cities, a case study of Greater Noida. The major objective of our research is to comparatively understand the factors affecting occupancy in the newly planned cities by the means of various case studies and understand the occupancy status in residential sectors of Greater Noida. We could not do a lot of primary survey due to the COVID-19 situation. Hence, our study relies majorly on online case studies. Many factors can contribute to the migration and residential status in a city. They can be financial, social, economical, governmental, or environmental, and hence the same goes for the solution. The criteria for choosing the cities for the case studies were that the city should have been planned, developed, and completed in its physical form, along with the habitation and service infrastructure, and also it should have an occupancy rate of less than 50%. The first case study that we took was of Quilamba in Angola, Africa. It covers a land area of 30.5 square kilometer and was built by China International Trust, an investment corporation with a budget of 3.5 billion US dollar. It was built as an election pledge by the president to provide a million homes in 4 years. Its projected population was 2 lakh, but only 80,000 inhabitants were recorded in July 2015. Government scheme to provide flats to civil servants and their high prices were major reasons of failure of this project. To deal with it, prices were dropped and state-backed mortgage scheme was made open to all Angolans. The second case study was of Kangbashi in Ordos, China. It covers a land area of 355 square kilometers and was built as an expansion to Ordos to provide shelter to its expanding population with a budget of approximately 2 billion US dollars. The projected population was 3 lakh, yet only 1 lakh 53,000 inhabitants were recorded by 2017. That makes approximately 50% of it. Major reasons of its failure was that it was a huge project, almost 10 times of Kilamba, and required much more time than what was anticipated. Various government initiatives include curbing new building work, improving local schools and health facilities, beautifying the environment, and attracting business and investment. The next case study was of Mihan in Nagpur, India. It is an SEZ Special Economic Zone where Mihan stands for Multimodal International Cargo Hub and Airport at Nagpur. It covers an area of 12.36 square kilometers. It was built by Maharashtra Airport Development Company Limited with a budget of 341.74 million US dollars. Its major objective were to create a special economic zone and remove the development backlog of Vidarbha region, harnessing the potential of existing Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Airport. The project failed due to improper land acquisition and lack of companies due to 2008 economic depression and poor government incentives. Government is trying to attract various multinational companies by providing subsidies and duty-free schemes. The fourth case study that we undertook was of Greater Noida. Greater Noida was formed under the UP Industrial Area Development Act 1976 to reduce load on Delhi and attract economic activities. 5,075 hectares of land has already been urbanized in phase 1 and 22,255 hectares of land is planned to be urbanized by 2021. Now, I would like to draw your attention toward the facts that why Greater Noida is called a ghost town. Greater Noida has more than hundreds of housing societies, ample green spaces, parkings, malls, and other essential amenities. But it still lacks ample number of residents. As per statistics of 2011, A total of 107,676 inhabitants joined Greater Noida, while the authorities were expecting approx 10 lakh residents. In our primary survey, we found out that out of 101 residences surveyed from Theta 2 and Rho 2, 53 were unoccupied. Approximately 50% of the surveyed residences were unoccupied. Also, the ratio of occupied to vacant flats in sector Mu1 is 1:4. All these conditions earned Greater Noida the title of ghost town. The major reasons of lack of ample residents in Greater Noida are large distance from major job hubs, pending court cases, lack of security of tenure, and also there are cases of infighting among the members of newly found RWAs, which gives poor name to the society. Also, vacant flats discourages new inhabitants from moving in, and that creates a cycle. Various plans have been proposed to improve the condition of Greater Noida. Jewar plan is one among them. An airport has been proposed in Jewar, which is expected to drive a lot of investment in the region and is expected to increase the current estimated population of 2.5 lakh to 25 lakhs within next 10 years. Its planning will also deal with the decongestion of important intersection of the city and improving the transportation requirement of Greater Noida. Here we have a comparative analysis of all the four case studies that we discussed above. In terms of area, we can see that Kangbashi and Greater Noida have much more land area as compared to Kilamba and Mihan SEZ. Still, there is some commonality between these four cities in terms of failure reasons and government initiatives to deal with that. We can see that from the table that lack of government incentives and economic activities played a major role in the failure of these cities. And the government is taking initiative by dropping the prices, providing incentives, and attractive various companies and investment to boost the economic activities. As a concluding remark, I would like to say that objectives of creating a new city were not met with the right kind of environments, such as poor real estate practices, dropping market investment, inability to generate suitable and sustainable employment, lack of favorable government policies and incentives. I would like to add on that for a city to fully develop, it needs its people to bond with it. That's a major factor, and that may require a whole generation. At last, I would like to point out that to improve the conditions of newly planned cities, attracting economic activities, improving public transport conditions, providing government incentives, keeping the prices within affordable range, and proper execution of government policies can be some of the major way forwards. Thank you everyone for a patient listening.